Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Meyer HQ. It's me, your boy Meyer. Today we're just going to be checking out chapter 1031 of One Piece. It's the newest chapter out as of right now of this video. I'm just going to be going over a couple things in this chapter and then giving my review at the end, maybe followed by a little brief summary. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to be uploading videos like this for One Piece literally every week for the newest chapter. So I hope you enjoy. Alright guys, let's get right into it. We start out the chapter with a remarkable color spread. We have Dark King Rayleigh, Ben Beckman, King, Charlotte Katakuri, Killer, Marco. We even have Beppo, Shiryu, Zoro, just everybody, Sabo, all the first division commanders from all these crews, all in one color spread. Oda knocked this one out of the park, and I just had to point this out for any of you that maybe skip past this, haven't seen it yet. Check out that color spread this week, guys. Okay guys, we kick things off from where we left off last week. It looks like Big Mom is laid out on the ground. He's covered in all these steel beams that Kid used when he awakened his devil fruit. It looks like Law wants to know if he's got more in the tank. He's like how long does it last, like how much you got left. But I don't think Kid fully trusts Law yet. I don't think Kid's fully trying to commit to everyone else's cause yet. Like he's not trying to share valuable information like that. And I feel like this fits into his character very well. Like this is something I would expect from Kid, and I don't expect Oda to do anything different. Then guys, we see all the metal beams and like rubble and stuff on top of Big Mom just explode as she comes rising out of the pile. And I don't think anybody expected her to be, finished off after this. I don't think anybody expected this to be a KO. At least I certainly didn't. I'm surprised she's damaged as she is. And then, she gets up and she pretty much swings her hand and rips all the souls out of the subordinates there, all of Kaido's subordinates, and takes 1 year off of her own lifespan and to become even stronger, and so and she gets bigger, so she goes from Big Mom to bigger mom. And then what happens next is she starts to compare Kid and Law to Luffy, that she's like, you guys are serious, you new pirates are serious, if you guys want my throne, if you guys want to be an emperor, bring it on. I'll show you what it's like to be an emperor. I'll show you what it means. I'll kick y'all's asses. You know what I'm saying? Now guys, I just wanted to talk about something right here because I feel like this is the perfect time. Oda has really been flushing out the whole like hockey thing a lot during Wano, and now it seems, since he's really been flushing out hockey and how it blooms and all the different. Okay everybody, I just wanted to take a quick moment to discuss something really fast. It seems like Oda is really starting to flush out a lot of stuff in this arc. First, we got a lot of stuff on hockey. Now it looks like, we're getting stuff on awakenings for devil fruits. Now, like, we had a really big emphasis on Law and Kid's devil fruit awakenings. And now it seems, now I don't want to say this is necessarily Big Mom's awakening, because her fruit is one of the complicated fruits. Like her fruit is one of the fruits that has so much going on that I really don't know. Like I really can't tell if this is an awakening or not. And what I just want to say is this could be Big Mom's awakening, and all of this could be foreshadowing to like Luffy having a big awakening during the Kaido fight. And I think that the awakening of these devil fruits is all something that is very taxing on your body, as opposed to like Law and Kid saying it's a lot on their their bodies. So maybe like Big Mom taking this year off her own lifespan is the tax on her body that she's using to awaken her devil fruit. And that's just where I get this assumption from, that maybe this is her awakening her fruit. But I could be wrong, and this is all head theory, head canon, stuff like that. I just want to share what's on my mind with you guys here while I could, and I'll go ahead and hop right back into it. Okay guys, let me get over to the next panel here. It looks like Yamato has busted through the chamber here where Drake and Apu were just having their discussion about teaming up. It looks like Drake has declined this request and has immediately started attacking Apu and says, "This is how I will repay the Straw Hats, by finishing your ass off." Finally, dude, somebody gets this guy out of here. I cannot stand Apu anymore, man. I don't like his character. Him and Hawkins, not anymore. I hate him. And it seems that Drake has figured out how to fight against Apu. He gives away his technique here. I don't want to go into too much detail behind it because I don't quite understand myself. But once he sees Yamato, he kind of understands that the tables have turned and he doesn't stand much of a chance here, even with the 3 numbers. So it looks like he's trying to be manipulative against her. He's like yo, you want to hear this? I've switched teams. I'm not against Kaido anymore. Let me roll with you. Then she just goes ahead and she just attacks Drake, I guess, instead, impulsively. And he's like, "Wait, Yamato, I've abandoned Kaido too." And she's like, "Oh, really?" This reminds me a lot of Luffy for some reason. For some reason, her character reminds me of like a female Luffy a little bit. I feel like they're gonna get along a lot in the future of this, if they do happen to crew up together. I don't see it happening as much as I used to at this point. But anyways, I don't want to get too off track. She's like, "My bad, Drake. I gotta run off." So she leaves and Apu's like, "Man, I can't miss this chance. This is my only chance to be able to pull through here." So he tells Ibi and Zagi, which are 2 of the 3 main numbers, to come with him. And I don't know if he's going to chase after Yamato or what, so it seems like it's going to happen here. And then Drake is like, "You're not getting away." So Drake wants his ass. And then we flash over to the 2nd floor, everyone, where it looks like Nico, Robin, and Brooke, and I can't tell, it looks like some minks are fighting off the two masked spies, the 2 masked CP0 spies that I've been wondering about this whole time. That if any of you saw my last video, I was the most curious about of anything. They're finally here. They're finally showing us what they got, guys. Like I've been so curious about these guys that they seem very end game for One Piece. They are the highest branch of the world government, I think, as far as like the spies go and stuff like that. And I'm expecting a lot out of them. And Nico, Robin says, Robin says, "Run." These adversaries are formidable. And they're trying to get out of there, and she says she recognizes them from Dressrosa and doesn't know why they're there, because I guess even among the elites, these masked agents are in a class of their own. And I guess that I don't know if their masks are used to show that or what, but I'm very interested to see where this goes. I want to know more about these guys. Alright guys, and now next we can move on to one of the wings of the Pirate King himself, Sanji. Now it looks like Sanji's got something going on where he tried to walk in through a pleasure hall and he's being blamed for hurting a young girl. All these women in there are holding a young girl in their hands, and they're all holding swords like they're trying to defend themselves against Sanji, as if he had done something horrible. Now obviously I feel like it can go without saying, Sanji did not do this. Sanji would never do this. Obviously he's being framed, falsely accused. Someone else had done this. Maybe it was just some random grunt, or maybe there's someone else there that we don't know about, and this is a small foreshadowing. Oda likes to do these things. But either way, I mean, there is a small, super small 0.1% chance, that Sanji's raid suit really did mess him up, fuck him up really bad, and he doesn't remember this, and he really did do this. But I highly doubt that. I don't see this fitting in his character, and I don't see this fitting in Oda's writing, really. Alright guys, and then we see Sanji exiting the pleasure hall, and he's face to face with Queen whenever he leaves. And whenever he's face to face with him, he's thinking back to whatever his brothers beat up an innocent woman, and he said they were disgusting and it's against everything that he stood for. So he knows deep down, he's like, this is something I would never do. This is not me. And while he's thinking about all this, Queen's face to face with him, looking down on him, laughing at him, telling him, the pleasure hall's closed, what the fuck were you doing in there, all this other stuff. And Sanji remembers being lost in thought, and I guess blacking out for a moment, and thinking that he really could have hurt this girl, because he remembers coming back to, like, standing over her, and she was terrified and she had a look in her eyes. So he stops to think, which version is Luffy going to want around more on his path to becoming the Pirate King? Is he going to want, you know, my human side, which is always made useless against a female enemy, which we've seen countless time and time again throughout One Piece, you know, just recently with Black Maria? Or as, you know, a soldier of science, you know, being able to coldly execute anyone he's ordered him to? You know, even a beast like this, you know, Queen would be easy to to dismember for him. So he's trying to think, you know, what is going to be best. What kind of person does the Pirate King need by his side? And Sanji's not really sure he knows the answer, but it seems he's made up his mind, and he pulls out the Germa raid suit, and Queen gets really excited because Queen's been chasing around this whole time trying to figure this thing out. And, you know, Sanji explains how his augmented abilities that were dormant were awakened by wearing this raid suit. Awakened, guys, you know, emphasis on the word awakened. We're gonna see it a lot, I feel like, in the next coming chapters. Now, he says at this point it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? He's not gonna lose himself anymore to Germa, and he pulls this thing out and he smashes it. And I didn't see this coming, guys. I really didn't think he was going to do this until, you know, I read the leaks. I always thought, you know, this suit was just a new part of Sanji, kind of like how Zoro just got a new sword, and he was going to carry this on with him as sort of like a power boost, you know. And then we see Sanji, you know, he pulls out the transponder after saying farewell to Germa and to women's bathhouses, and he lights up the cigarette, you know, flick. And every time I see this, you know, every time we see Sanji light up the cigarette, you know, we know he's about to go hard. It's like, if you guys ever listen to like Lil Wayne tracks back in the day, anytime he was lighting up that cigarette in the song, or, you know, just flicking that lighter, you know, he may not have been smoking a cigarette, but anytime he was flicking that lighter, like, we knew he was about to spit something for real, you know what I mean? Now, it looks like when Sanji was pulling out his transponder snail, he was calling Zoro, and Zoro was like, yo, where did I even get this transponder snail from? Because we all know, you know, it pays homage to how Zoro is just completely oblivious all the time. He's lost, he has horrible sense of direction and things like that. So I thought this was great. He's like, yo, I slipped into your pocket just in case you ended up, you know, facing a death in a corner somewhere, dying alone. And, you know, I thought that was funny. You know, he's like, shut up, Cook. Anyways, Sanji tells Zoro, he's like, we're going to beat the Beast Pirates. And Zoro, you know, of course, because Zoro is like, well, obviously, as he's fighting King, you know, King's in his beast form, kind of shitting on Zoro a little bit. And Sanji's like, after the dust settles, if I'm no longer myself, Sanji said, I want you to put me down. Now, Zoro's a little bit confused by this just for like a brief moment. But after a second, you know, we all know how Zoro and Sanji's relationship is with each other. So Zoro's like, not sure what you mean by that, but if it comes to that, you know, sure, fine. I'll even make it swift. That just means I have something to look forward to now. You better not die before then, though. And Sanji, you know, he thanks him for this, and then, you know, we see Sanji vanish right before Queen's eyes, and then appear right in his face. And it looks like he's covered in fire, like completely, and uses a brand new move called Hell Memories. And with that, that's the end of the chapter, guys. And I'm pretty sure that we don't have a break next week, so that'll be something for us to look forward to. Like I said, guys, this is a review video, so with everything I've taken from this chapter, you know, I think this is a much better chapter than the last chapter. You know, last chapter I liked, but a lot of people did not. So I would have to say that you know, compared to last chapter, this is much better. If I had to put a rating on this chapter, I would probably give this chapter like an 8.5 out of 10. Like, to me, this was a great chapter. We saw a little bit of Sanji, you know, a big character development in Sanji. We saw multiple awakenings, multiple what we seemed like were awakenings at least. You know, we saw an update a little bit on the Zoro and King fight. We saw, you know, an update on Queen and Sanji's fight. We saw an update on Apu. We saw an update on Drake. We saw an update on Yamato. Like we got a little bit of information on everything, like a lot of stuff that's going on here. We found out about the CP0 guys, you know what I mean, and they're about to get Brook. To me, that's one of the most exciting parts of this chapter. Like, yeah, do I want to see like Kaido versus Luffy and like King versus, you know, Zoro and Queen versus Sanji and all those fights? Yeah, but I really want to see like CP0 versus like Brook and you know, and see what Brook's gonna do, because I don't even know like if Brook can hang with these guys. And Robin, I don't know what kind of shape Robin's in right now. Robin, you know, if Robin had that fight with Black Maria, she may still be injured, so that's the only reason I didn't even count her in the fight. I guess it would be Brook and Robin. I mean, we'll have to see, but I'm really excited for that, guys. All in all, I would have to give this chapter a solid 8.5 out of 10. We got lots of information from lots of different angles. We got character development. We got a little bit of plot set forward. We figured out a little bit about mysterious things that we haven't figured out anything about in multiple chapters in multiple months, you know, things that we've just been in the shadows about. So I'm glad to see a lot of progress here. You know, Oda really fleshing out all the awakening in this chapter, and like I said, like last chapter, and I expect to see more of that as chapters continue on and leading up to maybe Luffy's awakening versus Kaido. Don't hold me against that. I just wanted to say it here first in case it happens. If you guys like this video, go ahead and click down there and subscribe for more. I'm gonna make videos like this every week, just for One Piece. I will make lots of videos for other things too, if you guys are interested in seeing those. You know, I upload videos on gaming and everything like that. I also stream on Twitch. You'll find my Twitch link down below. Other than that, until next time, guys, you guys have a good one.